We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the 51s and the Falcons. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Mason Cain is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's not a good thing when you give up 6 earned runs. You kind of put your team behind the 8 ball. It's tough to win when your team has to score at least 6 just to tie. This guy's a much better pitcher than he was in this last one, and he's going to have to be if they expect to win this game here.
Ready now, Brian Beard, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Brian Beard.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's there, and he's out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Digging in, Joel Morgan. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
2-0.
That's wide, 2-0. Cain has tossed over 30 innings so far this season, and through those innings he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on. 2-0 count, the pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Game time temperature here an even 60 degrees. Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
There's the danger of falling behind 3-0. You don't know which guys in the lineup outside the middle of the order are going to pull the trigger in a spot like that. He was one of them. 3-0 swinging the bat, aggressive hack, nice base hit.
So now to the plate, Charles Altman, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He'll let her play right at .310 on the year. 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. And it's 1-1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Gotta believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Pops this one up, and that'll get down for a base hit. Throw won't get him.
Hey, a little top-of-the-order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
D-Row, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
Sean Bender is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit, or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Into the box now, Stephen Wong. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. No movement on base. It's ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Ball and a strike.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Ready with the 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Ready with the 1-2. Down the first baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
And it's fouled away. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
And he popped him up. Bellamy in foul ground, but this will land untouched. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. Thomas Jordan, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So digging in now, Steve Rice. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The designated hitter.
Now here's the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
The 2-1 home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
To the plate now, Bruce Sanders, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Rice stands at second with no outs. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. The 1-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Weak grounder back to the mound. And that's the first out. Standing in, Jeffrey Bellamy. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Bellamy is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Hit in the air to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
At the plate, John O'Neill. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Falcons lead this one 1-0. At the plate, Trent Burgess. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Count 2-1.
3-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Just got a piece of that one. Perhaps shortening up now will get the ball in play. The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Hamby is there, 1 away.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Ricky Dunlap.
Now to the plate, Richie Dunlap, As he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way.
Nope.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike 1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
Means is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The second baseman.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Sean Bird. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Fouled away. The 2-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Root over to his right. And that retires the side. Digging in the switch hitter, Rodney Myers comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Here comes the first pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he won't take any chances on that one as this is scooped away in foul territory for the first strike. Slider laid off for a ball. The 1-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. At the plate now, Kevin Root. That's a strike to throw down. Skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now. 0-2. Root playing here in his age 34 season. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Striding in, Blake Hamby, trying to make it a 2-0 ball game by bringing home that runner from third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The set and a 1-0 pitch. 1 out and a runner on third. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. And looked like the sinker here, but a good job of knocking this thing down. And oh, the offline throw as this takes off down the line in left field. Here now the 2-2. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Burgess takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
Batting it, the center fielder, Ellis Means.
Stepping in, Ellis Means he'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. And that's in there for a strike. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Altman is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Sandlot is on top here, 2-0. Now at the plate, Stuart Granger. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First offering on its way. Granger, originally from New York State. He was taken in the 2nd round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Sloan will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
The center fielder, number 16, Brian Beard.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Brian Beard. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
0-2 count, and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Means calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the 2nd out.
The first baseman, number 33, Joe Morgan.
Into the box now, Joel Morgan. He reached on a single in his first try. Now the pitch.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
The 1-0. There's a fastball that misses. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So a solo shot down the line in left, making it an even 350 for his career. As they cut the lead in half, it's 2-1 now.
Well, as soon as it left the bat, you knew it had the distance. It was just a matter of staying fair or not. And you can see it was hard hooking left until doink, it caromed off the foul pole.
Standing in now, Charles Altman. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. A base hit in his first trip. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. And another foul ball. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground to short. He's right there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. But the damage is done as thanks to the solo home run, this is now a 1-run game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Sandlot leads it 2-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Joel Sloan. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch on 2-1. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1. So with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these two teams find themselves entering our ball game here today. Next will be the designated hitter, Steve Rice. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he'll pull into second with one away. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Into the box, Bruce Sanders, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
1 out and a runner on second base. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Now back. The first base.
Riding in once again, Jeffrey Bellamy. Runner in scoring position with two gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
2 out here and a runner at second. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. 1-1. Here it is. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
The batter, the catcher, John O'Neill.
Here comes the manager out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Tyler Peterson is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. So now to the plate, John O'Neill, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike two. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Sandlot is out in front here, 3-1. Leading off the inning, Sean Bender, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Ball and a strike.
1-1.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now the pitch.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Into the box now, Stephen Wong, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
The 2-0 on the way.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
The 3-0 pitch on its way.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Swing and a miss as he went after the slider there, and that'll run the count full.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Skied into very shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, third baseman, Trent Burgess.
Ready for another chance? Trent Burgess. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Three to 1 is our score here in inning number 4. Line hard toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Stepping in now, Rodney Myers, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Line to the right side, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
To the plate now, Kevin Root, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. First time up, he went down looking. Now the 1-0 is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
And 0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
From the stretch. 3-1. The 3-1 that misses, so a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Into the box now, Blake Hamby. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. First and second here with nobody out. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Here's another 1-2. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The center fielder,
Now at the plate, Ellis Means. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. For the current campaign, Means is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. And he misses with it. 1-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Right fielder coming on. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Now batting, Joel Sloan. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Rounded down the third baseline. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We played 4 full. The Sandlot is on top. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Richie Dunlap. Right there for strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for out number 1.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Now that
digging in to try it again, Stuart Granger. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Hit to third. Off-balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Lawrence Day will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the DH, Steve Rice. First pitch coming, here it is. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
In now, Bruce Sanders, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A runner at second, nobody out. Fly ball out toward left center field. Left fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Jeffrey Bellamy. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arm.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Ready for another shot now, John O'Neill. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. This is lifted out to left. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And they'll tack on a run with the sac fly. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Ready once again, Rodney Mize. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hops this one up. Burgess has room in foul territory, but this will land untouched. Fouled off. The 0-2 pitch. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. The next 0-2. Fly ball to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Sandlot is on top here, 4-1. Leading off the inning, Brian Beard, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Brian Beard.
First pitch of the at-bat. On, he pops it up. Sanders backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Joel Morgan already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That was an upper 90s fastball that he turned around. So I think with this guy, you might want to try to incorporate some more off-speed pitches.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike two.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Hamby in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 7.
At the plate, Charles Altman. First delivery to him on the way. In there, and it's 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Again, a 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Now a breaking ball here, and it's whacked into left center for a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, the pitch count keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. Now, this is another example of they're really making this guy work in this one.
Yeah, that's the grind right here. You put your hard hat on and you try and find a way to get into that bullpen.
Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
I like the decision to steal right there, and it worked out. With 2 outs, there's not a lot to lose if you get caught, but if you get there successfully, all of a sudden you're just a single to the outfield from pushing a run across.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Racing back the right fielder, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Into the box, Kevin Root. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well, he was planning that before he even got in the box, and he got it down, but it wasn't quite good enough to put him on board.
Digging in now, Blake Hamby. First pitch on its way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Standing in now, Ellis Means, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Hamby ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And he's safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Joel Sloan is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. And that is off the wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Man, it's like deja vu all over again. Two well-hit back-to-back doubles that bring in a run. This one ends up going off the wall, and it looks like they've got a pretty good idea of what this guy's trying to do to them out there. Definitely getting some good swings against him.
Bryce Black will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Into the box, Steve Rice, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Black is a fairly prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a lot of strikeouts, and that clearly helps him through the tough spots like the one he finds himself in here.
Matty V, let me tell you something. What makes this guy so special? He's like his own relief pitcher for a relief pitcher. He gets into trouble. What does he do? He kind of puts it in fifth gear, and he just takes it up another notch. Not a lot of guys can do what this guy does. He can pitch a couple of different gears, and when he puts that thing in full drive, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of. Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Now the 1-0. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. The relay, throw back to second, and that's a double play. So 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 6 full. The Falcons on top 6-1. Leading off the inning, Stephen Waugh, and they'll need him to get something going here. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The third base, number 99.
Stepping into the box, Trent Burgess, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
1 out, nobody on. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Sloan is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now back.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Digging in, Richie Dunlap. Now here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Whoa, that's kicked out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
No, that's
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
The 2-1 home. Seared down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Myers will put this one away, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional
Last half of the 7th here, and next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Jeffrey Bellamy. Late square, and this is popped up. Granger is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, catcher, John.
So here's the cleanup hitter, John O'Neill. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, that's the ball.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
2-1 to count. Now here's the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Rodney Myers is on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Now here's the pitch. Rodney Myers is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Leading off the inning, Sean Hurd, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Popped up. O'Neill waits on it. 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Granger.
Now at the plate, Stuart Granger. No balls and a strike to count. Williams, playing here in his age 34 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Here comes the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hamby is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Number 33.
Now at the plate, Joel Morgan. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. Grounded softly to the right. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Carson Eubanks is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Kevin Root. First delivery to him on the way, and he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first down of the inning.
Now batting, number 54.
Digging in once again, Blake Hamby. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. At the plate now, Ellis Means, as he grounds one briskly to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning. And all set to start the ninth in this one. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Charles Altman. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Strike taken up in the zone.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play. Striding forward now is the DH, Stephen Wong. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there, strike one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2 from the stretch. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Trent Burgess is on deck. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. As a look, now the pitch. Trent Burgess is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first is in time to get him. And the Falcons run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over. And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The Sandlot jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mason Hain earns the win, his second. Thomas Jordan couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Well hit. Joe Ayers, they left 6
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Kangaroos and the Mounties. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Blondie Pena, the right-hander from Mexico, gets the ball here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Into the box now, Larry Battle. He will lead this one off today. First offering on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, Dero, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. All in all, a great afternoon for baseball. 73 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-2.
No, inside.
As a veteran out on the mound, that's a pitch that you expect to get a call on. Got to believe he keeps pounding that spot until he builds a rapport with the umpire.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time.
Gotta love the battle we're seeing right out of the gates in this game. That's 7 pitches now, and if this is any indication, we're in for a good contest here.
Hit in the air to center field. Terry is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the center fielder, Jesse Irvin.
So striding in, Jesse Irvin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Irvin is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. Skied into straightaway right. Stevenson is underneath this one, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, the designated hitter, the kid, Esparza.
So stepping in, the kid Esparza. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
2 out, nobody on. 1-0 pitch is a circle change. It runs outside 2-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Here's a topper fouled off to the right, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away. Donnie Roland would be next. 3-2 pitch. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Coming to the plate now, Donnie Roland. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First things first, here's a throw over. Throw is up the line as it gets away. First delivery to him on the way. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. That's wide, 2-0.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. Make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
The 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Alex Sadler will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Here's the first pitch to him. Jerome Terry is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. So guys, our visitors, as they take the field following a scoreless top half, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2. Popped him up. And there's out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman, Giancarlo Florival.
Stepping up now, Giancarlo Florival, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. First pitch coming, here it is.
Ball inside.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
A ball and a strike. Swing and a liner. But the shortstop won't have far to go to haul this one in, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, Pat Stevenson.
Coming to the plate now, Hack Stevenson. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
One and one.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1 and 2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2 and 2. Now here's the pitch.
Count is ball. 3 and 2.
Jason Downing would be next. Now the 3 and 2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Right fielder looking up, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Stepping in now, Jason Downing, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Comes in here right at 260. 4 home runs, 27 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. Second inning coming up. It's now a 1-0 ball game. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the rookie third baseman, Mason Matthews. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And it's fouled away. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
To the plate now, Edwin Macias. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He'll step in here at 275. 4 home runs and 23 driven in. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Into the box now, Ike Bellamy, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now the 1-0. Bellamy, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
The 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now in the box, George Logan, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the second inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Settling in now, Rolando Rodriguez, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Rodriguez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Little late that time as he swings and misses for strike 1. The 1-1.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3. Jed Howard waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Stepping up to the plate, Jed Howard. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, kicks and deals. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. Howard stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
1-2.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Rodriguez aboard here at first with nobody out. Lazy fly ball out to center field. In comes the center fielder. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Spud Wallace.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Spud Wallace. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. Strike taken, the throw. Not in time as he steals second. Here's the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Not sure the spin throw was necessary there, but it sure looked good. Would have been questionable if he threw it away, but he put it right on the money for the out.
Digging in, Jermaine Albright. From the belt, kicks and deals.
1-1.
Up and in for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Two outs here with a runner at third. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. One and one. Here it is. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Michael Ryan, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First delivery to him on the way. A little indecisive with that swing as he waves through it. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball. 1-1. The pitch. A ballman, 2 strikes.
Count is 1-2.
A little low. It's 2-2.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
And this is in a bit tight, maybe above the letters as well, so it's a full count now. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Striding into the box, Larry Battle. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Runners off for second. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
The 2-1 home. Swinging a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Runner going a second time. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rodriguez is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out.
The center fielder, number 2, Jesse Irvin.
So coming to the plate, Jesse Irvin. First pitch on its way. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on show track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. Left side, but well foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he is in there.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead. But he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Here's a pop-up now. Jackson might try to make a play on it, and no one will get this one. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't good.
In now, the kid Esparza, as it's on the ground toward the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well. And after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at. So you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit. So there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Donnie Rowland is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
The 2-1 home. This is pulled into right. And that's in there. Base hit. Irvin blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
batter. Third base.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Into the box, Mason Matthews, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike two. 2-2.
That's inside.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball three.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he misses with it, ball four, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Standing in, Edwin Macias, 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set, and the pitch.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Oh, 1 count, and the pitch. Lifted in the air to center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And add a run on the sacrifice fly, as that'll make this a 3-1 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
So striding forward now, Ike Bellamy. He drew a walk his first time up. From the belt, kicks and deals. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he'll just make him throw one over here, 3-1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 3-1. And that pitch misses for ball four. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
In now, George Logan. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Strike one to start the at-bat. comes set, the 0-1. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Oh, 2. Here it is. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Kangaroos lead it 3-1. Bottom of the 3rd now, and digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Jackson.
Number 26.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's cut on and missed 0-1. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2. Jackson, a native Oregonian. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Lays off. 2-2 now.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
And he lays off, so it's full now. 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, that's got to sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so that they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
Standing in now, Jerome Terry. Trying to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to 3rd now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Giancarlo Floribal.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Giancarlo Floribal. They'll swing it from the left side right here.
Very difficult to be a switch hitter in baseball today. Without question, the more comfortable side being from the right side. So he's going to have his work cut out for him here, hitting left-handed.
The 1-0. Count now a ball and a strike. On the ground to the right side. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now batting, right fielder, Pat Stevenson.
Stepping in, Hack Stevenson. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
The last at-bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
3rd inning here. 3-1 our score. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Man, as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the break.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Michael Ryan.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The 0-1 on its way.
0-1.
Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The number 9 hitter reaches base safely to start the inning, so here comes the top of the order with a man aboard. So now to the plate, Larry Battle. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Heading out towards shallow right. In there, a base hit.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Derek Ramirez answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. To the plate now, Jesse Irvin, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. There's a chopper fouled off to the left as the count moves to 0-2. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Now a move over to first. Runner's back. Now the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here's another 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they'll tack on a run with the sac fly. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Digging in, the kid Esparza. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Nope. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And not the kind of swing you're hoping for on 2-0 as they bunch him up inside. It's 2-1 now. Here's a look over to first. Runner back standing. Now the 2-1.
Ball 3.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Runners on first with one down. Hot shot to third. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the third baseman right there, selling out to try and save extra bases for the pitcher, but it got through.
At the plate now, Donnie Roland. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0 delivery.
Ball 2.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
As a look, now the pitch.
He's gotten a favorable call or two at the plate in this at-bat, so that take on 2-0 is probably a result of feeling like the umpire's got a pretty tight zone. Didn't go his way that time, though.
Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
So digging in now, Mason Matthews. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope.
There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
As a look, now the pitch. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
This is a spot you'd like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
The 3-1.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Standing in, Edwin Macias earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Yeah, and what do you know, Matty? Situation presents itself again. Don't try and do too much. Look for something elevated and drive it into the outfield.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
If you're hitting in this situation, you have to look one spot, and that is all. This guy is really scuffling out on the mound. The bases are loaded. 2-0 count. He's all over the place. One spot. If it's not there, you have to take.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate, Ike Bellamy, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Count even now at 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Home run number 5 on the year, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases-loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it. So he sets up, waiting to pounce, and that's exactly what he does, jumping all over this thing for a grand slam.
Carmen Torres gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box, George Logan. As he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box now, Michael Ryan, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. From the stretch, and there he goes towards second. That's a strike to throw down. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jason Downing. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The windup and the 0-1. Hard on the ground towards short, and a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by.
Now back, left fielder, Rolando. Rodriguez.
So now to the plate, Rolando Rodriguez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. The average not so hot, down at 210 for the season. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
The 2-1. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
To the plate now, Jed Howard in there. Now the throw. Not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-1.
Too high.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Downing isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate. And the gap shortens, but still plenty of work to do.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
At the plate now, Spud Wallace. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that misses 1-1. From the belt, the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Now the 2-1 is a swinging strike on the slider. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
At the plate, Jermaine Albright. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in. Jam sandwich.
The 1-1 is a slider taken for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
The 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. A run on 2 hits and they leave 1. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. High Desert leads it 9-2. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Michael Ryan. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And now pitch on the way. Scorched to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery is too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Standing in now, Larry Battle, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And it's 1-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Now a look and a throw back to second, and he'll get back in safely. First pitch on its way. Jesse Irvin comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Grounded back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home, and this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
The bat, number 6, designated hitter.
You'd have thought someone had a radar gun on him with the effort he put into that throw. That's a cannon of an arm right there.
In now, the kid, Esparza. Pitches a cold strike, the throw. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. One out and a runner on second base. Fouled away. Fouled off. The next 0-2. Weighing inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Here now the 2-2. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Another 2-2 offering. And he fouls this one off.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
The 2-2 one more time. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
So now to the plate, Donnie Roland, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here comes the payoff pitch. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. High Desert is out in front here, 10-2. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, Jackson.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2. Doesn't offer it the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2. And it's fouled away. That's fouled off to the left side as he makes him do it again. 3-2. A payoff pitch one more time. And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Jerome Terry. From the belt, the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. The 1-1 is a fastball taken high for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
At the plate, Giancarlo Florival 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First offering on its way. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Going back is the center fielder. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 9 on the year, but they still face a 7-run deficit.
That's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box, Hack Stevenson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder, and everything went with it.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
At the plate now, Jason Downing. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 5 on the year. As they try to claw back, it's a 5-run deficit.
another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Striding in, Rolando Rodriguez. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Swing and a miss on a pitch off the inside edge. It's 2-1. The pitch. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. The 3-1 pitch. Grounded to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 5 innings complete. The Kangaroos are out in front 10-5. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Mason Matthews. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Shot back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
Into the box now, Edwin Macias. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0. Runners on the move for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Count 1 and 2.
No one out with a runner at second. Bounce it to the left side. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And there's one away.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Ready now, Ike Bellamy. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. This will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The left fielder, number 7, George Logan.
Now to the plate, George Logan. He's set. Here it comes. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Looking up is the left fielder. Still ranging back. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him, as this is now a 7-run ball game. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Matty V, this is turning into Home Run Derby Part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Alejandro Perez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Stepping in now, Michael Ryan, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. High Desert leads this one 12-5. Ian Owens is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go is the 3rd baseman, Jed Howard.
Jed Howard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. 1-1. It is strike 2 swinging.
Count is 1-2.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. High and deep to right center. Looking up is the right fielder, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Solo shot to right center. 3rd home run for him on the year, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now. We've seen these squads go yards 6 times now today. This game has developed into an absolute slugfest, huh, guys?
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jermaine.
Stepping in, Jermaine Albright. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And, Matty, it was a pretty nasty breaking ball that buckled this guy. That has to be in the back of his mind as he walks to the plate right here. Has to protect against looking foolish again on the off speed.
Ground ball foul down the left side. A runner at first with no outs here. One and one.
Outside.
Fastball laid off well below the knees. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
To the plate now, Jackson, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter giving that bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Jerome Terry is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning. So you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Digging in the switch hitter, Giancarlo Florival.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this...
And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scored, and he's safe.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Evan Wheeler takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Now a throw over. Don't want to forget about it. At the plate, Hack Stevenson as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1. And he's behind now as he missed badly on that swing. 1-2.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2-ball, 2-strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
3 runs already home here. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Ready with another 2-2. Fouled off. Another try at 2-2. Left side. There's one on to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Larry Battle. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Battle.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. 1-2. Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. He's now 2 for 5 in this one.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Dero. Breaking ball up and away, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand. That usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
In now, Jesse Irvin. Ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Look out, 2-0 now.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Nobody out, runner on first. Swung on but fouled off to the left. He's set. Here's the 3-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. And yet another throw over. And he'll dive back in. Into the box, the kid Esparza, and he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Into the box now, Donnie Roland. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
First and second now, 1 man out. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. Another 2-2 offering. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with one away. Soft liner towards short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop.
The third baseman, number 5, Mason Matthews.
Now at the plate, Mason Matthews. From the belt, the pitch. He pulls this one into right. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Troll won't get him. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. High Desert is on top here, 13-8. Bryce Keller gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Jason Downing will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. First pitch on its way. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And there's ball 1.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Hit the other way out toward right field. Battle is there to put it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Rolando Rodriguez.
At the plate, Rolando Rodriguez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball just missed above the zone. 1 out, nobody on. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Keller features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. A 3-0. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground is short. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
The third baseman, number 4, Jed Howard.
So now to the plate, Jed Howard, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. And he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Down 1-1.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Next would be the designated hitter, Spud Wallace. Over 2 with a walk for him so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
First and second now, 1 man out. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Has a look, now the pitch. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
From the belt, the pitch. On the ground up the middle to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. 8th inning coming up. High Desert is on top 13-8. Manny Rodriguez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Rodriguez.
Edwin Macias will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Edwin Macias.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Hard hit ball to second, and this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. The leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
Now back, second baseman, Ike Bellamy.
To the plate now, Ike Bellamy, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. He's running. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Check out the lead here. That's about as standard as it gets, and it didn't do him a lot of help on that steal attempt either. Could have been a different story if he took another couple feet off the bag.
Waves and misses for strike number 2.
2 strikes.
And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
At the plate now, George Logan. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And he misses. Ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Ready for another chance? Michael Ryan, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
A runner on first with 2 away. That's by him for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
I got the count 1-2.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And he fouls this one off. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. Cody Hamlin is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Cody Hamlin.
Into the box now, Jermaine Albright, 0-for-3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Albright.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now the 1-0.
2-0.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Now the 2-0. Hard ground ball to third. Blank to him. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, number 26.
Riding in once again, Jackson, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
First delivery to him on the way. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses. 2-1. Lifted in the air to center field. And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 25, Terry.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jerome Terry. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Here comes the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
No strike.
Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And foul. Here he comes again, 1-2.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Luis Morales enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set for the start of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Larry Battle. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0. Ball, that's out.
Here he comes on 2-0.